a diverse community. A large number of our children are English as a second language. We have a vision to empower our students for the future.
Our STEM philosophy is to embed it within inquiry and with everything that we do across the school. So it's not just this standalone specialist subject that's tacked on into the timetable. So my role as the learning and teaching leader is to work closely and plan with the home classroom teacher and the STEM teaching team so that it's a marriage, so to speak, around curriculum content as well as skills, so that the students can use that content, apply the skills to make sense of it in their real world, so it's meaningful and purposeful for them.
We've moved away from STEM being a specialist subject to STEM actually being part of the inquiry. So what's happening in the classroom is also happening in the STEM space.
A real sense of purpose, bringing it together and having a whole school language that's quite consistent from prep all the way to grade 6.
And that's making STEM really authentic. Our students, as I said, are a diverse community, so they bring their own stories into the classroom and they celebrate those stories through the STEM model as well.
Over the last 3 years I've been in this project, as we've already noticed, our students as they're moving through their year levels, they know what it means to apply great collaboration skills, to be a great thinker.
It starts off when we collaborate together, it makes it a lot easier because we're hearing everyone's ideas and then we can quickly get into the researching process.
STEM really is the vehicle where students just feel like they can be creative, they can have a voice and choose an area that they might be quite passionate about, personalise their inquiry, and we feel like we've actually achieved that.
So before the project, Melissa and I looked at the data and we spoke to the students and we spoke to the families, and there was a real disengagement in the area of STEM. The parents didn't really understand what STEM was. It was really just a day of play.
What we found challenging, I suppose, was mainly a culture shift within our school.
So STEM, as I said to you, was just a play game day. The teachers would look on Pinterest, they would get activities, they would just kind of draw things from their own imagination. That's not how STEM is meant to be, that's not authentic. So from the disengagement of STEM, we've now moved to massive engagement in STEM. The children are proud of what they're doing. The children, their conversations are linking the classroom to the STEM space.
Once they're equipped with some knowledge, then as a teacher, for us, we've had to just be quite comfortable to sit and wait for the problem to come from the students that they would like to solve.
Students need to learn to be risk takers, but a teacher needs to learn what it's like to be a risk taker as well.
In this project, it's helped us to think about how we could enhance our students' vocabulary and being able to articulate that they are being a collaborator, a researcher, and being able to understand what it means.
Our work in this project helped us to think about the way that students think and understand their thinking and their reasoning behind their learning and their problem solving, which is a key element to our mathematics teaching as well. Something that our teachers strive for is to develop the problem solving and the critical and creative thinking of the students and their ability to communicate that effectively to others.
So if we had not been part of the project as a school, we wouldn't have been focusing specifically as much on the learning assets and dispositions as we are at the moment. It's got us to think a bit more deeply about how we could develop these skills within our learners.
We probably would have been more focused around what they were doing, the content, the projects that they were undertaking, rather than the ways that they were being a learner during the process.
So since working on the project, we have reignited that passion of STEM. We have reignited the conversation that our classroom teachers are having with the STEM teachers, the art teacher, the physical education teacher.
And so for me, the problem-based learning approach within a STEM learning culture has really enhanced our students around mainly skill application. How to be critical in their thinking and to be reflective around what I could have done better.
When solving problems, it feels really good because you know that you've kind of jumped over that hurdle and you've figured out a better way to solve the problem and make the project much, much better.
Our data indicated that some of our girls weren't risk takers in the area of mathematics. Their growth was minimal, but this project has allowed us to incorporate what's happening in the classroom to also be happening in the STEM space. We are seeing a massive increase in empowerment. Hence, our girls were finalists in the STEM Mad Max competition. This just demonstrates how powerful the program has been.